What's going on, guys? So I'm going to do a little different kind of video here where I'm going to talk to you guys just a little bit. And one thing that we're going to talk about is, why you are not being consistently profitable when it comes to day trading or scalping, especially when it comes to playing options, right? So a problem that I see a lot, right? On social media, in my Discord, is not trusting your instincts. And what it really boils down to is, let's say, for example, you are cutting your winners way too early and you're cutting your losers way too late. So why is this happening, right? So I think what it boils down to, it all comes down to the psychology part of trading. We are not doing nothing too special. When it comes to trading stocks, options, whatever it is that you are trading here. But we're not really doing nothing too special. We're basically reading a chart with red lines and green lines, and we're trying to find the best area of interest to long stock or short stock, right? So it doesn't matter if you're new to trading, you've been trading for 5 years, you've been trading for 10 years, maybe you've been dealing with the same problem over and over and over. But the problem that a lot of traders have is, this is a 50-50 game, right? There's no one strategy, there's no one indicator that is going to, be 100% accurate 100% of the time. And what that means is, as a trader, I've been doing this full time for going on 4 years now. Been trading for going on 6 years. And let me tell you, the first year and a half was absolutely horrible, right? So I'd win some trades, I'd lose some trades, I'd break even, I'd have a huge win, and then followed by like 5, 6 just horrible trades, right? Just giving everything back. And it was just felt like a never-ending cycle. I felt like it was a strategy. So I would continuously look for new strategies, new ways, new indicators, new ideas on how to take, buy, and sell orders. But what I really started to learn when I started to document everything was, it's not the trading strategy, right? It was never the stock. It's not the market makers. It's not the hedge funds. It's not manipulation. Now, is there, pump and dumps out there? Of course, right? Is there, manipulation when it comes to hedge funds, shorting a bunch of stocks? Sure. But does that mean that you have to be, long in the stock when, the stock is getting dumped? Of course not. Sell the stock, right? And no one's telling you to hold the stock. No one's telling you can't rebuy the stock. But with that being said, the main thing that I was realizing was that the strategy wasn't the issue. The issue was me, right? So I'd get into a trade. Let's say I'd take a trade, I'd be up $200-300, and then I'd cut that trade. And then I would take another trade, and let's say, maybe the trade, stalled on me, but, I was telling myself, well, this trade, it's going to come back, right? It's going to bounce, this trade has support, this stock's got support, right here at this level. And then, it'd break that support. And then I tell myself, well, if I average down into my position, or maybe if I, hold it a little bit longer, I got a couple more days on this options contract, things will turn around. And, lo and behold, sometimes those trades did turn around. But doesn't mean that you were right. It means that the market corrected you. It means that the market corrected your bad entry, right? And then, unfortunately, a lot of those times the market never really did come back, and I would turn, a $100-200-300 loser into a $6,000-7,000 loser sometimes even. And it really took me a long time to identify that, it wasn't the stock, it wasn't the strategy, it was me. So, the best advice that I'm going to give any new trader or anyone who's having difficulties being consistent is that trading is all about numbers, right? This is a numbers game. This is an average game, right? The more trades you take, following your rules, staying disciplined, the better odds you are going to have. Okay, so let's say, for example, you take 10 trades, and let's say 4 of them are winners and you win $500 a pop. Okay, so you have 4 winners at 500, which is $2,000 profit. And then let's say you take 6 losers, right? So your win rate is actually a 40% win rate, and you lost 60% of the time. But let's say, for example, on those 6 losers that you only gave yourself a $100 loss. You stuck to your stop loss. You gave yourself a $100 loss, maybe in some change, 120, 125. And you kind of stuck to your rules, stayed disciplined, looked for the next setup, and just kept the train rolling, right? So those 6 losses are going to add up to be, what, $600, $700, $800, but you actually profited $2,000. So if you kind of take that $700 away from the $2,000, then you really profited $1,300 at the end of the week, right? So you say you take 10 trades this week, and 4 of them were profitable, the other 6 were not. We just ran through the numbers. You're still going to come out profitable at the end of the week. So the problem that a lot of traders have is maybe you take 4 winners that are $500 a piece, and that's $2,000. But let's say you take a losing trade that is $700, and then your next losing trade is $300. And then the next losing trade, you cut it early and it's $100, and you did a good job managing that trade. And then that next loser was $1,000. And then the next loser was $800. So you can see how letting your emotions get to you can really lopside those losses a lot bigger than the wins, rather than just staying disciplined. At the end of the day, trading is going to come down to discipline. It's going to come down to you and how well you manage those emotions. Now, what I want to make very, very clear is that the stock market has been around before me, before you, and it's going to be around well after me and well after you, right? A lot of times traders feel like they just took a trade and this trade has to work. This trade needs to be profitable. I don't want to lose on this one trade. Guys, you're going to take thousands of trades in your career. You're going to take thousands of trades in your trading career, guys. So why are we getting hung up on one trade that didn't work out, right? Trades are not always going to work out. And that's the hard and honest truth that, you're probably going to lose just as many or more trades than you win. But the thing is that when you win, you want to be able to still come out a winner versus letting those big losses turn you into a big loser. So the point of the video is stop letting your emotions dictate how much you're losing. If you take a losing trade, if you get into a trade and it turns out to be a loser, that's not the last trade you're going to take. If it broke your stop loss, cut the loss as is, right? Move along and look for that next setup. So the problem that a lot of traders have is that when you guys lose one trade, now your ego comes down, your morale comes down, you start feeling down on yourself, and you start being hesitant to take that next trade because you don't want to lose again. Well, guys, that's all fictitious stuff made up in your mind, because the market has no idea. The stocks have no idea that you just lost on your last trade. The stock market has no idea that you've lost 5 trades in a row. The stock market doesn't care if you've won 20 trades in a row. So the point that I'm trying to get is you are battling yourself. You're not battling someone else on the computer screen. You're battling yourself. So if you are scared to take that next trade because you just lost 2 previous trades, you potentially could be missing out on the big winner that is going to put your account back green. So let's say you take one trade and it's a loser, $250. You take another trade and it's a loser, $250. Well, the market doesn't know you just lost $500. And if you're scared to take that third trade because you don't want to lose another $250, you could potentially miss out on a trade that's a home run, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 winner. So you see what I'm saying? So if you are so paranoid to always lose, you're so paranoid to take another losing trade, the market doesn't know if you just won or lost, right? So by you sitting out on that third trade that potentially could have been $1,000, $1,500 winner and could have absolutely wiped out the $500 worth of losses and actually put you positive if you never took that trade, and now you're very scared and hesitant to take the trade, and then now you just end the day, end the week down $500 when potentially that third trade could have actually put you green. So forget about the last trade and just focus on the next trade. Whatever trade is next, focus on the next setup. Guys, I hope that helps. If you do want to trade with me live where I'm kind of going over levels intraday, definitely join my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. If you guys do not have a strategy, you want to learn my strategy to help you be a little bit more consistent when it comes to managing your emotions and managing your setups, definitely visit my website, Evolution Traders. That link is also in the description box below. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, like the video, and I will see you guys all in the next trading video.